Alright, ladies and gents, so today we got a new ceiling fan. I'm going to show you how to put it in. And if you don't think you could do this stuff, you can, because I didn't watch any videos on this. I'm just winging it with a little basic knowledge of how things work. You can too. First things first, safety. Find your circuit breaker and shut off the circuit that has the power to the light. You don't want to electrocute yourself. Now, let's take off the existing ceiling fan. So on this ceiling fan I have, there's like a little facade that's covering the locking screws. So you just take that off. Some fans don't have that facade, but mine does. So here I'm just trying to remove the screws that's holding it to the mounting bracket that's connected to the ceiling. Four screws later, and I'm able to remove the cover that has all the wires and the actual bracket mounted to the ceiling so I could access that. Usually you just turn counterclockwise and then you could pull down. Now I'm just removing all the wire nuts and getting the wires from the ceiling out of the way so I could safely remove the ceiling fan itself and then eventually install the new ceiling fan. So these two screws here are what's holding the fan in place. In my unit, you just had to loosen them and then you slide off the whole fan to the left. There's a couple different variations. You might have to disassemble the whole fan to get those off, because in my sake, it was kind of a pain in the butt, but we got it done. So yeah, let's get into it. We got this Harbor Breeze here, Bolts 2, little modern vibe from Lowe's. This is not sponsored by Lowe's, but let's get into it. We got the manual, fan blades, this looks like the light housing here. Some sort of other mount. This is the down stem. You would have two types of mounts, the down stem mount or a flush mount. In my situation, I'm using the down stem. We got assorted hardware here. What do we got here? This looks like the fan assembly. Smells kind of funny. This is what goes to the ceiling. This is some sort of shield apparatus. Ooh, the nice diffuser here. And that's everything. So now we're gonna remove the bracket from the cover here, and yeah, then we'll put that on the junction box in the ceiling and get ready to assemble this puppy. Alright, so this bracket mounts into the ceiling, the box in there with just 2 screws. So here I'm just getting it all orientated, putting the screws in each slots and then getting them seated. And then we'll drill them in nice and snug and start building our fan piece by piece. Alright, so the fun begins. We're getting our down stem and all the covers all set up, so I'm removing this cotter pin from the down stem and taking out the pin itself so I could slide it into the fan assembly. And here we're removing the set screws from the fan assembly so the down stem could go in there and we could lock it into place. Now we're just orientating the down stem through the top housing with the little shield here, and then you're just going to want to snake your wires through the stem so you could hook them up to the power in the ceiling. Alright, now we're locking this down stem in, and this assembly is ready to rock, and we're gonna go put this up on the ceiling and get this fun started. Alright, so now we just start connecting our wires. It's very simple. It's all color coordinated. So black is power, so you just connect black to black with some wire nuts. White is neutral, white to white, and then green is ground, green to green. And you're just gonna put the 2 wires in there, throw a wire nut over it, and just screw it on in until it's tight. So now that we're all wired up, we tuck our wires into the box and we get ready to assemble our housing here. See, I got a little extra wire there I gotta fix. But what you're gonna want to do is line up the big hole with the loose screw, and then in my situation I just had to turn it clockwise to lock it in, and then there's 2 set screws here to keep it in place. You tighten everything up and you're well on your way. Alright, now we're putting in the fan blades. In this application there's just 3 screws. There's a little slot, you slide the blade through and then tighten the 3 screws, and it's a screw and a washer. A little pro tip is I like to put all the washers on my screws and lay them out on the table before I start putting it in the unit. Kind of saves me some time and fumbling around looking for washers. Alright, now I'm putting in this mounting plate that the light assembly screws into. So this is another one with about 3 screws. You take one set screw out, loosen the other 2, pop it up and turn it clockwise, and then screw in the set screw and tighten the other screws, and you're ready to rock. So now we plug in this 6-pin cable from the top to the light assembly. And there's another one where there's 3 screws. You take one set screw out, loosen the other 2, and this one took a little bit of finagling, I guess, because of the wiring. But yeah, you push it up, get the 2 ones in the big hole, and then slide it clockwise and lock it on in, and you're ready to go. Alright, reveal time. So now we just pop in our glass cover. If you notice, this unit has LEDs in it instead of a light bulb. Not sure how I feel about that, but I guess we'll see how it is going forward. I'll let you guys know. Hop over to the circuit breaker, pop the power back on, and let's give this puppy a test. And voila, she's operational. This project took me maybe like an hour or so. Wasn't too hard, but like I said, anybody could do this stuff. It's not that difficult. Everything's color coded. Just be careful. Shut your circuit off and you're ready to rock. If you enjoy this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.